back, world, and this is the Shades Podcast. I am your host and the new intro man. Stole your job, Bill. Paul Kims. Today we're gonna do things differently. We have two special guests today, and one of them is Doreen, the other one is Jay. I know a lot of you are used to the other members who apparently are not with us today. The Shades is going worldwide, so we're gonna do things differently.
International.
International. Yeah.
Who's the guy that says international all the time? Oh, is it Mr. International? Pitbull. Is it Pitbull?
Hi guys, I'm
It's
Doreen.
international worldwide.
Hi guys, I'm Jay.
And today's topic is going to be about it doesn't have a specific or particular topic, but okay. So what should I even call it? Africans and whitewashed. Let me just start with those two words, yeah? So, let me start with questions. Do you guys think you have accents?
I honestly don't think a black man has an accent.
A black man has an accent.
A
Okay.
pure African.
That's
no,
interesting.
a pure African
Uh-huh.
doesn't have an accent.
Okay.
Well, how would you define a pure African?
Right.
I mean, are we going to the hard questions?
Born and raised in Africa.
Is that what makes you not have an accent?
If you're born and raised in UK, obviously you're gonna have an accent.
But
UK
If you-
is smaller than Africa. Africa is a
No,
continent.
you know what I mean.
No, Africa is a continent.
no, but if you look at it, they probably think we have accents.
yeah, because they're just dumb racists.
Yeah.
What?
Bro,
Okay,
this-
hold on.
this is-
Look, this is what I think about this accent thing, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's that it's not about, this accent thing is not about all races, is what you're saying, or whatever.
no, it's not.
It's how every different part of the world is. Like Africa, let's say, like this eastern part of Africa and the bush and the jungles, and how people used to people used to talk in certain ways. When you go to like what do you call it, like northern whatever,
Mhm.
Egypt area,
Mhm.
Ukoko, they talk in a certain way because of the environment or whatever that shit is.
Mhm.
So you can't really say there's a particular one accent for
Okay, so
all of us.
what do you have to say for white people who per se meet a person who speaks, and I quote, fluently for an African? What do you have to say about that?
I mean,
As in, you meet someone and they're like, "Oh, you speak quite well for an African or Tanzanian."
Okay, that
no,
is
that would be
racist,
like
bro.
a
It's
real
racist?
That
bitch.
is racist. What the fuck? You speak quite well for an African. How would you expect me to talk then?
Okay, so you guys think it's racist if someone comes up to you and says that?
Yeah, of course it is. You can't tell somebody like that.
Okay, so what about the people? Okay, like I told you guys before, sometimes we speak a certain way, and not only white people see it as that way, but also some Africans, because in our society we're raised to think, okay, black people speak a certain way, or only white people can speak like this, and maybe if you speak more fluent English or a certain dialect that is intellectual, and they're like, okay, this person is totally whitewashed, or they're trying to be something that they're not, pretending.
You mean like a UK accent?
Not even the UK accent, simply speaking, not ghetto.
Not ghetto.
Hmm.
So it is like a UK accent.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily, but like yeah, there's some people who do force accents.
Hmm. That is very true. That is true. You know, the innit niggas.
Yeah, no, they're trying to be part of the culture. They're
Hmm.
trying to force themselves into them. So yeah, Prosper.
I mean, you can't really say they force themselves into it. It's just
Influence.
they're influenced by it.
Yeah, there are some of them.
Yeah,
who-
but there's some people who deliberately do it so they can seem like, you know, they speak in that manner. But I'm talking about people who don't force it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, okay, listening to us, okay,
Mhm.
maybe some people from a different background, maybe they would start to say, okay, these guys are definitely whitewashed, they're trying to be white, or they're speaking like that, or maybe they would even say, you don't come from here, you don't seem like you're from here. Have you ever gotten that comment before?
I mean, to to not answer that, but to go back what you were saying, that
Mhm.
it happens whenever you migrate to another culture. You try and speak like
So
them.
wait. In Canada, have they ever like done that to you?
No, just other black people. But as I was saying,
Just other black
yes,
people.
as I was
That
saying,
is a that is
let me finish. As I was saying, that's a normal thing whenever you migrate to another culture. You
Mhm.
slowly in time start to talk like them. It's
Mhm.
just that due to the history of black and white people, we start, you know, calling it whitewashing or whatever.
Mhm.
But it's just a normal thing. We just put black and whiteness into it to make it sound like it's a big deal.
So black people have told you that you speak well for an African.
Now, black people have told me that I talk white.
And here you are saying that you haven't been through it. That is also part of it.
Yeah, I know.
Man, you sound like a white man. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
People like
Because
that.
I've been told too, like, hey, you don't sound like you're from here. And I'm like, bro, do you need me to
Yeah,
speak to
yeah,
you?
we get that a lot.
Man,
You,
I was
yeah.
asked this
Especially
yesterday,
kids
like
from
literally
Cambridge
yesterday.
schools. Yeah.
It was too funny.
They'd be
Yesterday
like,
I
"Are you
went to like
American? Where are you from?"
Right.
like this one woman,
Or I'm sure.
which
One white woman.
there's this one woman, no white woman,
Hmm.
black girl, this woman there. I met last night at the
Oh,
shop.
last night.
Oh, yeah, at the
Uh-huh.
shop when I was buying things with dad, and she was speaking English for some reason. I don't know why. I think she was drunk. She was buying a Mzansi. That doesn't matter. But yeah, so I was talking to her. She was speaking English, so I was like, okay, let me just speak English with
Oh,
her.
okay. She probably assumed that you don't know Swahili.
And I was talking to no, no, no. She was even before that. She was
Hmm.
talking English to them, like really forced English.
Oh.
So I started talking to her, and then she's like, "Are you from here?" Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, born and raised in TZ." Wow, are you sure?
Are you
You
sure?
don't sound like you sound like you're from somewhere else outside. You don't sound like
And
you're
that's
from
before
here.
telling them, oh, I went to a Cambridge school. And then it's a whole other topic.
Man,
Like,
that's not how I've been taught. Like that's how I've
yeah, went to a
talked like that
Cambridge.
since my parents,
Right.
mom and dad. That, that's my English. It's always been like that.
Exactly.
So come on, because I went to a Cambridge school.
Uh-huh. So yeah, that's a thing that apparently Cambridge children go through, or just people who happen to not speak, and I quote, African. So I guess they expect us to be like, I don't even know how to speak in that manner right now.
No, they probably want to speak like Wakanda type of thing.
Wakanda. Oh my days, I was actually looking for that.
My brother.
Or even Nigerians.
Yes. Like the pigeon type accent.
What?
Because, like, yeah, I think that's what it's called. I don't know, but I think it sounds like that.
Can you give an
Probably.
example?
Hell no.
They're not Nigerians,
What's in
but
you they do now?
those Ghanaian people.
Ghanaian
No,
people.
no,
Hey.
this goes viral.
We're
What's
making
in,
money.
what's
You're
in we there
sleeping.
go? Yeah.
Me, I just here for good time. My money is my money.
I think
Not
you
concerned
watch
with
a
your
lot of
problems,
Nigerian memes.
I love TikToks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're making money and you're sleeping. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I guess they expect you to speak a certain way.
Yeah.
And so, coming back to the whole Cambridge situation, a lot of Nectar kids, I'm not even doing it to like segregate, okay? Guys, please forgive me if you went to a Nectar school. But, because I
She's
have
totally chatting
friends.
shit right now.
No, I'm not chatting shit. Listen, I have people who go to Nectar schools and they speak so intellectually, like much better than most Cambridge kids. And when
Wait, what do you?
I'm putting myself in a place of someone who's going to racially profile someone,
Mm.
okay? If I meet, okay, how do I put this? Okay, let me put myself in the third person
Okay.
of what I experienced, right? So I was with my friend and she went to Feza Girls, and yeah, I also went to a Cambridge school. But yeah, someone came up to us and we were just talking casually, like greetings and whatnot. And this girl, she speaks so much better than me. And as in speaks so much better than me, as in, she's just up there in the English world, okay?
Mhm.
And this person is like, oh, you went to a Cambridge school, right? And she looks at me and it's like, she literally had no comment. And she was like, oh, and what school did you go to? I know it's not a Cambridge school, you guys. I was like, well, I mean, I had no comment. I didn't know how to answer that.
Again, should I go get Catholic between
Like that
Catholic
doesn't even
church
matter
and
because
Catholic?
literally the whole Cambridge society, you can't even lie. A lot of us know each other. It's like
Yeah, a
one
lot.
big community.
Same goes for Nectar as well. They also know
Yeah,
each other.
yeah. So I was really shook that day because then she assumed that, she was just like, I know you didn't go to Cambridge school. And I was like, oh, okay. And sometimes I would speak, and I quote white, okay, to be comedic, as in like do a fake British accent, as in like, a comedic way to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I would switch up naturally to Swahili. Not even speaking Swahili, just my English would sort of change in a manner, and it's not as intellectual. But yeah. So I guess I don't know. We've been raised to know that Africans should speak ghetto and ratchet, and yeah. I don't know. Haven't your relatives told you like,
That
hey,
intellectual part is it's a bit. It's that intellectual part.
okay,
It's a
use
bit
another word
like
because that's the only one I could think of.
because intellectual. What does that mean? As a word,
Intelligent, up there.
you know?
So it's like you're saying speaking English makes you
Guys,
intelligent.
I don't have a word for it, but
Well,
I'm
in Bongo, if you do speak English, you are intelligent. No, no, for real.
per se, yeah.
Some places.
Oh,
Because we're speaking as Tanzanians who have been told, oh, you speak a certain way. That's not how we speak.
I mean,
intellect.
Mm-hmm.
it's fine saying you speak a different way, but it's different if you're saying you speak more intelligent.
Well, I'm talking as how I was referred to.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, other people think you're so smart if you speak better English.
Or speak
No,
more white.
a lot
Or
of
speak
people,
more
a lot of
white.
people will judge you.
From the way you speak. I don't know. It's just in their mindset that you should speak like us. And why do you speak like that? You're not from here. Haven't your relatives,
That's pretty
okay,
fucked up.
if you have relatives who judge, haven't they sort of told you something like that? Or haven't you heard something like that from them? As in, like,
English yako kama mzungu.
yeah.
Wait, they tell you that?
I've
I was
been
just
told by my
imagining it.
relatives, and especially because also I didn't live here growing up, so now they just have it in their heads like, huyu mtoto wa South Africa huyu anaongea hivi, sijui mzungu mzungu, tena umemrudisha kwenye Cambridge school ndo kabisa. I'm like,
He's got Sako sound down who doesn't speak Kiswahili and doesn't understand what you just said.
oh my god.
Basi tell them it's alright.
Well, I guess you can hold that as a conclusion. What Paul said in Bongo, if you don't speak English, you're seen as not intelligent.
You know what that does at the same time? Now I'm thinking about it. It's like when I go up to someone and speak English, they think I'm smart, well education. But if I was just to come up to that same person and speak Swahili, just normal Swahili, they wouldn't really think, oh, smart person or dumb person. They're just normal person. But the fact of spoken in spoken in English makes me smart. Oh, this is smart.
Yeah, and they put you
But-
higher than a person. Like,
But
let's
if I
say
was to come
customer
and speak
service,
perfect
you're doing
Swahili,
something,
there's
and
no, I
they're
won't think of it.
wanakuhudumia, and then suddenly you're speaking English, or you're on the phone, you were speaking to them in Swahili, you're on the phone in English, and then they come back like, oh yeah, because that's happened so many times to me. Like, I talk to them in Swahili, everything is good, yeah, mambo nini nini, well, you're on the phone, yeah, hello, this, and then you get off the phone, it's like, yeah, boss, unajua, and then they try to also get on your like vibe. If I don't know what the word to use, but yeah, that's happened quite a lot.
Yeah, that's just because of how the culture works. We're raised into thinking speaking English is intelligent.
Right, exactly what I was trying to say.
That's why the whole white. That's how much white thing. It's like
So then they
what
think
the
we're
white man
whitewashed.
thinks is the higher standard and all that shit. Dressing like a white person makes you.
But again, it's not really
But-
about the race thing, it's just about the culture. We are just putting the race thing in.
Exactly.
But race, the color of your skin has
Because
nothing to
like
do with
you
it.
said-
No, because the culture comes from the fact of people putting white people higher.
Exactly what he was
That's
trying to
the-
say, as in we do it to ourselves too.
Yeah,
Saying it's white people high is like
Yeah.
the
the
color of
colonists,
the
man.
skin
The
does. Yeah,
colonists.
just say
The
colonists.
colonists.
Because because Asians do that also. Just say colonists.
Yeah, the colonists,
the language of the colonizers.
Because if you just say white people,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
would
yeah,
assume
yeah.
they only do it, but even Asians do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
if you
true,
go to
guys,
China,
yeah.
you have to learn Chinese to study in their classes.
And you still get the same influence.
Kind of wish Kiswahili was the same, bro.
As
Well, we
in,
didn't win the war. There was this thing called the Maji War. You know, the whole
I never
debacle
learned about that.
Man, I actually forgot about that.
Bruh.
I never learned about it.
Man,
So,
I don't know.
This is what I was
'Cause-
saying. We should have prepared for this.
Honestly,
Right?
this thing has been all over.
that's
the
why
fucking
I was
place.
telling you. Anyways, you were saying you wish Swahili was like that.
Yeah, with the highest standard. Like, for example,
As in, if you speak Swahili,
yeah,
then you're
if
better
you
than
go to
others.
France, you have to speak French. You go to
Mhm.
Uku, EV.
Yeah, but that's not the thing here. If white people come here,
Like, make it
then
more
it doesn't
international.
matter. They're speaking the language of the colonizers, and you have to get on their level. We have to get on their level.
They should get on our level. That's what.
Well,
needs
you
happen.
tell
What
them
needs
to the
happen is
tell it to the
It needs to become
colonizers.
more
Yeah,
international.
Kiswahili is the most spoken language in
It
Africa.
is, and
Mhm.
it's actually like a lot of languages
Which is
sound
really
like
wild.
Swahili.
Yeah, it really is. Like if you go like like Swahili is really big. Yeah, you don't really
Mhm.
realize it until like let's say you listen to music,
Mhm.
listen to like an Amapiano song. It's like shit. This guy's
And
speaking
guys,
Swahili.
that viral song, Nakupenda mimi sana.
Exactly.
But yeah, it sounds like a lot of languages. Like I think even in Malawi they speak Swahili and Zambia.
Yeah, Bianca.
Shout out to Bianca.
Shout out to Bianca, Malawi queen. Eh? Yeah,
How long has it
I
been?
feel like this is kind of gone off track. No shit.
No, but we
It's
were
supposed
still
to be
speaking
like
about
20 minutes
dialect.
long.
Hey guys, if you're listening to us on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you listen to any of our podcast platforms, please share it with your friends and give us a review. As much as you think that it does not help, it does us a lot of good. So that will really help us reach to a lot of you. You can follow us on our Instagram, The Shades Network. Thank you.